Hello, hello, my lovely and wonderful punks. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing okay. I slept for 13 hours, and my eye is itchy. Not like it's been all day, just as I tapped over here. I love tapping in to start the stream, and then my body go, hey, you need to cough. Hey, you need to scratch your eye. Hey, you need to adjust in your seat. And I'm like, buddy, where was this literally 30 seconds ago before I clicked on start streaming? Anyway, there we go. We finished Escape from Ever After yesterday. I'm going to be trying to 100% the achievements for it on my own time. So I'm not going to do the Stairway to Success or more attempts at Boss Rush mode. At least not here on stream. What I am going to do is I'm going to start a puzzle game that I have heard is extremely good. I know Moselle played it a while back, and I intentionally didn't watch for super long because I wanted to play it myself. Also, it's been long enough that I don't remember any of the puzzling bits she did, just like a couple of scenes that I saw. And also, I'm sorry for being slightly late today. Besides the 13 hours of sleep thing, I was hungry, so I made myself. We picked up some bagels from the grocery store this past week, and I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. Neufchâtel? That cream cheese that isn't cream cheese. Picked up some Neufchâtel cheese. I like it more than cream cheese. I like it more than plain cream cheese because it's tangier, and I like that. I prefer cream cheese if it's got like something mixed into it, you know, strawberry, jalapeno, something like that to add a little flavor. Excuse me, jeez. And I'm still a little gunked up from all that Neufchâtel cheese, I guess. I saw a thing like a year or two ago that was like, hey, eating dairy products doesn't gunk you up. And I'm like, that can't be right. Everyone I know, you have some milk, you have some cheese, something like that, you get a little gunky. It just happens. It can't be psychosomatic. Why would it be psychosomatic? Anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on in. That's the wrong screen. There we go. Did you ever suggest this? You might have, Drag. It's possible. I know a lot of people have suggested it. Moselle suggested it. Or Moselle enjoyed it at the very least. Let's see. Who else here? Specs, thank you for wishing me a good breakfast before stream even started. I appreciate you. EO, you were first. Always good to see you. How you doing? More of a break slow, really? It was a break slow. Having breakfast at 4 p.m. is pretty slow. But I finished the marathon, as it were. Hi, Ember. Sad you weren't there. Bagel? Yeah, bagel's so good. I saw you had a bagel, too, and that's part of why I wanted to have one. This isn't my time. Yeah, take it from me. You did, in fact, suggest it to Specs, but not to me. Well, hopefully Specs gives it a try, too. Hi, Inworth. I thought that dairy didn't gunk you up from 0, but if you were already sick and gunky, it would make it worse. That might be the case. Maybe I misunderstood the article or headline or whatever I saw. It was a while back, so I do not even remember. It's been on Specs' wish list since 2022. Interesting. Yeah, I shouldn't have gotten as much as during the Steam Summer Sale as I did, given our financial situation, but I was like, I really need a few more games to stream and a pick-me-up from all the bad shit that's been going on. So I had gotten Escape from Ever After and this. They were both on sale as games to be playing. You're influencing? Aw, hell yeah. Go be an influencer. Milk will gunk up most anyone up, but depends on, like, the chemical composition in your mouth. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. I don't know where that article I saw was, because it's been a few years, but it was like, no, it's not true. Science has tested it. No one actually gets gunked up from milk. And I'm like, that can't be right. speaking of gunked up, I'm gonna mute mic and blow my nose, and then we'll get into the game. I love this rotation animation they've got going on. Okay. And Graham went by while I was blowing my nose. He's going to go sit in the wimbo. Okay. So I don't know a whole lot about this game other than that the puzzle mechanic is similar to the Duck Detective games, but from what I understand, much better done. Alright. How do you want to play? With highlights. Select this if you don't like pixel hunting. No highlights. Select this if you don't mind finding all clickable spots on your own. I am more than happy to not have to pixel hunt. The goal, then. Idol? The first final... Well, let me read this. Prologue. An abrupt termination of contract. The final boss of the Killer Instinct series, or at least the very first game on Super Nintendo, is named Idol, because it's supposed to be like idol, but like with I, because he's a two-headed cyclops. Wee. Okay, let's look at things. A scalpel. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Fantastic. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller. Wow, Monkey Paw and Oberon. Has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any gold statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller and Esquire Albert Cloudsley. Horn of Finger. This clue has been added to your thinking panel. Thank you. Horn of Finger. Horn of Thumb. Ruins of Xenopolis. Bay of Shadows. A medicine bottle. Okay, so the man who is falling is Dr. Oberon Geller, who is only supposed to receive 1/3 of the treasure, but also the golden idol. I knew you were plotting, you snake. A pipe. Necess un pipe. Pipe. Pipu. I don't know French. A dagger. Okay. So we're not stabbing him to death, at least. This is the same legal agreement. And over here, we have their backpacks. We got some tobacco. Probably means that this is Albert's, because he has the pipe. 2 bags filled with coins and gems. Bag of medical instruments and some medicine. 1 bag of gems. And a golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. Hi, Thomas. I read that Hi Miv in chat as Hi Mivland, and I'm like, oh no, I'm turning into Yarny. I'm becoming a location. Alright. Thinking. Alright. Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the blank blank of Monkey Paw Island. Okay, we'll have to figure out where we are. This is Albert Cloudsley. This is Oberon Geller. When a scroll is completely filled in, words can be dragged directly from the slots. Very cool. All identities filled in correctly. Camp in blank of blank. Okay. So, we need to figure out where we are. Oh, and 11 of 11. We found all of the words. That's good. Hi, Z. Welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for shouting out both Z and Thomas. Everyone, make sure you go and follow both of them. Thomas is our lovely tactician and faithful moderator. And Z is an absolutely lovely streamer as well. I heard you had to cancel the stream because your son burned real bad, Z. Take care of yourself, okay? I know how bad a nasty sunburn can be. Alright, back to exploring. Let's see. We can see two little islands off in the distance. So this is probably the Horn of Thumb. Camp is in the Horn of Thumb. And pushed from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb. First case solved. The scroll has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudsley Esquire suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Return to the scenario selection, stay and explore. Okay. To the next scenario then. Been a few days since the initial burn, so they're healing, but they're really acting up today. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you've got some like aloe gel or something like that for them. I was telling my friends about this the other day. Back when I was in Oklahoma, my exes had this river they liked to raft down, and I went with them, and I had a full body swimsuit, but not like, it didn't have like arms or anything like that. It was just like, you know, your regular full piece. And I had sunscreen on and put sunscreen on a few times, and I still got so badly burned that I couldn't sleep right for 2 weeks because there's just no way I could position my body without irritating the burns. It was bad. Now anytime I go out to something like that, I have a big floppy hat and I have a swimsuit with arms as well. You do, but you don't know if it's expired? It's probably fine. Alright. Chapter 1, Complications in the Family. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. Okay. The Golden Idol. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. This clue has been added to your thinking panel. It's a paint-covered shirt. I think that's probably paint. It's yellow and red. Vibes like paint to me. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. By spontaneously combusting? Combustion spontaneous. August 22nd, 1786. That's 14 years later, I think. Who would have guessed that C could be a silent letter? What C did I not pronounce? Busted makes him feel good. Yacht? Oh yeah, you are right. Yacht, it does have a silent C. It's weird. Silent CH. Woke up at noon. Haha, imagine waking up at noon. Am I right, normal people? Beautiful day. Noon 30. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. 2 p.m. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. 4 p.m. changed to my hunting attire. I guess it's 1700 hours. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. 1800 hours changed to my researching attire. 1900 hours changed to my dining attire again. 2000 hours. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. And 22:30 filled my diary and went to bed to continue reading for my research. Okay. August 23rd. Yeah, that's what it said in here. No, this is the next day then. Okay. But who moved the calendar? Woodshire, Crow Tower, Blackfield. Little demon next to Blackfield. Little dinosaur cowboy in Woodshire, and little cultist in Crow Tower. And a very weird compass. Thank you for the care package, babe. A tall, rickety ladder. This clue has been added to your thinking panel. Alright. That's our man enjoying his roast duck. Henry Clover, lead poisoning. Okay. We got an African mask of some sort. We got a yellow scarf. Ah, it was the Yellow Prophet. Hell Hail Haster. And the man himself. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. A ring with a ruby. Okay. So, I don't think spontaneous combustion or lead poisoning are the things that happened here, given the front of his head is busted open. Busting does make him feel good, so... oh, okay. We can mark the attires. Okay, so the thing he wears while eating is almost certainly his dining attire. Which means... let me look at the journal again. So what did he go to sleep in? Because he said he changed into his dining attire and then didn't change again. Which would imply that this is his dining attire, but surely he's wearing his dining attire in his sleep. Or in his picture where he's eating. I would guess that this is probably research attire and this is probably hunting attire. Yeah, you can drag words directly. Alright, and this has got to be Sebastian Cloudsley. It's the only man. Which means Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of Location, passed away in his bed. The cause of death was a blank blank, which occurred when he fell from a blank while he was blank. Well, if he fell from it, it must be the rickety ladder. An Aes Sedai of the Yellow Aja? It would be funny if it was spontaneous combustion when he fell from the ladder. Okay, so... Oh, I'm missing a word from somewhere. Where might I be missing a word from? There's a yacht outside, so he must be from Blackfield, because the other two locations don't have water. I think we can just go ahead and say a head wound from falling from a ladder. While he was... Actually, no. I think I know what it is. He's in his hunting attire. He fell from a horse. There we go. I had to grab the horse that was running in the yard. I was wondering where my missing word should be. He fell from a horse while he was hunting. No hints accessed. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off, and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Okay. Hey, buddy. Okay. And then he died. Oh, I have little eyeballs down here too. Okay, this is just the, you can see what happened at the end. So is this going to mark the deaths of the Cloudsleys? Since it doesn't seem to care about Oberon. So... Albert killed a guy, stole his golden idol and all his wealth, came home, gave the idol to his probably son. The dramatic departure of an outsider. So this is the guy that came in during the funeral. Alright, we got a lot of stuff going on here. We got some of that good old spontaneous combustion we were just researching. Alright, Mr. On Fire Man. A scorched horse brush. And a scorched knife. Spare me, devil! I was simply following orders. Astonishing Monkey Man. Property of the Pear Brothers. And a functional knife. I like that these guys are just having a debate next to Mr. I am burning to death. What the blazes? August Jockey Club Derby. Race 3. Win Raging Sultan. Place, show, wager £35. Now, if it's all the same to you, I'll take my leave. He's got the gold... Well, is that the golden idol? It's got a blue gem. The idol. Ah, maybe the gem changes if you press the buttons on the back and then go... It's a gambling device. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast... Hi, Jova. Welcome in. Thank you for the 45 months. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Everyone go follow Jova. They're a lovely fellow skunk. You're good? Glad to hear it. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for the combustion on the idol, Upside Down J, Green Lantern, Spiky Hoof. Okay. J Lantern, Spiky Hoof. J Lantern, Spiky Hoof. So we've cast the freezing spell. We have the ruby ring that belonged to Sebastian. Punk idol Mivark? Yeah, I'm an idol now. And definitely not just because I've obtained the magic idol and plan to sacrifice you all to enhance my power. Squared fishing rod, yeah. Something tells me that busting is not making him feel good. It feels fantastic. You guys ever spontaneously combusted before? It feels great. Magical girl Mivy Magi. As long as I get to yell Henshin, that's the important thing. £1, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Interesting. Ash Blair's finest tobacco. And he's got a little monkey on it. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew, E.C. 2 shillings and a penny. A dagger. A saddlebag. Stable rota for Adam and James. Horse grooming, stable cleaning. So James and Adam, and then they swap. Do it properly, you lazy oafs. Okay, so we'll probably have to figure out what day it is. Let's look up here. Ah, it's the funny lizard. So we are in the Northwest Territory, whose name I forget. Henshin. Your magical girl transformation makes her tail 10 times bigger. Yeah, it's just super big and floofy. Like a Gigantamax. Yeah, like a Gigantamax. My tail and my tits, and then the rest of me is just the same, except that now that my tits and tail are huge, I can't move. Too small to observe? No. What an unexpected turn of events. Alright, so you're our EC. Embroidered hanky. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Gorin is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. I cannot actually obtain Theo. A stiletto blade. But not an Italian cold steel cincadilla. For her Gigantamax form, her tail gets even floofier. Yeah, you could store an entire society in there. £3 and 3 shillings. Oh, rich bitch. London Gazetteer, Monday, September 7th, 1786. So, like, a month or so later. Lord Edmund Cloudsley's speech stirs Parliament. Okay, so we are a relative. Let's go ahead and go into our thinking. We can mark this man as Edmund Cloudsley. I get a feeling that this is probably David, but... oh boy, look at all those blanks. Right. Fat Lord, Pair twins. Okay, so Adam and James Pair. Batley, Cloudsley, and Cubert. Okay, so this is the Batley home. Interesting. An Italian cold steel cincadilla? Yeah. Gigantamax EV confirmed? Yeah. That makes sense. The Batley home, such as it is. Okay, and so the Cloudsleys are supposed to be a goat skull over swords with red. The Batleys are the funny Godzilla on blue, and the Cuberts are a island on yellow with a red sun. Nicholas Maker, attorney.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Remind yourself that spontaneous combustion is a fast and immediate killer. Unless you get frozen in time. My apologies, he can be so here sometimes. Is that a word? It's a name. Mouse? Oh, there we go. 6 rings with various stones, £4. Lot of money for a pretty shitty house. An ornamented Qatar blade. Sorry, I mean, still no Italian cold steel cincadilla. Many other types of knives. A fan. We've got a fancy fan with elephants, and I am going to suppose that that is a word in Hindu, maybe? Shamal Bhat. Simhasana Batsi. Okay, Badir might be a word in Hindu then. Badir means death. Okay. Hindi, that's right. I'm sorry. I don't know why my brain couldn't think of the right word. Gods gave me stable net connection. You just want to watch Miv and Art. I'm sorry, Ember. Everyone send Ember stable internet power. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I'm appalled. The ruby ring. Interesting. He has it now. 2 shillings, 3 pence. Reading the last will and testament of Sebastian Cloudsley. September 7th, 1786. Albert Cloudsley and wife Mary had 4 children. Edmund Cloudsley is the oldest. Rose Cubert has gotten married. Sebastian Cloudsley, testate. Sebastian's who's dead. Edmund's the oldest. Beatrix Batley is married. Interesting. So we've Beatrix married into a different noble family. How many of these words do I need? Rose Cubert, Sebastian Cloudsley, Willard Wright is an associate. All 4 inheritors are present. Okay. So Beatrix is married but is not attending. Dragoon, thank you for the peppers. Everyone go check out Darkness Dragoon. They're lovely, a fantastic streamer. They've been playing Phoenix Wright, which is awesome. How have you been enjoying Phoenix Wright? Last time I saw you were on the red-white case. Not finding the @ somehow. That's weird. This lady's probably Rose on account of being the only woman present. Edmund's just outside the door. So Willard is one of the other guys outside, probably. Maybe the guy on fire? Maybe Edmund has burned whoever Willard is to prevent him from claiming part of the inheritance. And is letting... Or maybe Willard is the guy with the statue. We'll have to figure that out. This is almost certainly Nicholas Maker, the attorney. Let's go ahead and put that in. And then I'm pretty sure this is Rose. Rose. Cubert. Which means all the local royal or noble families are married. Let's see. I mean, I think that these might be the Pear brothers. Don't think I want to lock that in yet. And I'm not even going to worry about this until I've got all of the facts. Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in your forest and breathe the fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Wow. Sebastian, you're such a wise man. Oh boy. Dear Peter Batley, we have sent you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255, Blackguard and Buck loans. Okay, so Peter's poor. So this is probably Peter's home. The Book of Aphorisms is so funny, yeah. August Jockey Club Derby, race 6, win Spinning Jenny, wager £50. Bet it all on the pony. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being of in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind and memory, nominate and appoint Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. Dear brother Edmund has been added to the thinking panel. Oh, am I going to assemble this? I'm going to see if I'm supposed to assemble this before I try to read it in the chunks that it's in. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. There are empty slots. So, we met so rarely after you left for the colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, a land in the Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago, and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide you the direction in your life which you clearly lack. You're poor. I'll give you aphorisms and not any of the fucking money. Yeah, this is why it's funny. Absolutely. Which might be why Rose tore up the document, but she's wealthy, so probably not. Probably someone else. My sister, your mother. Weird. I bequeath to you the Golden Isle of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. Managed to get through the third case on Sunday. It took a lot longer to finish that particular case than you expected. Yeah. How are you enjoying it so far? Okay. I'm gonna wait till I identify all the people, I think. You keep wasting your money on horse races, so I have a book about not sucking. Alright. So, my dear brother Edmund, dear Willard Wright, dear Rose Cuthbert. So Willard did receive stuff. Okay. Right. So Edmund, Rose, Peter, and Willard all received something. Edmund did not receive the statue, and Rose did not receive the statue, which leaves Peter and Willard. And we know Peter is not well financially. Oh, I think I misread this. I don't know why I misread this. I saw the married line, but Beatrix probably married some other Batley, and this is her child. Okay, so Peter Batley is Beatrix, which means... yeah, my late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago, and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms. So this is Peter Batley, which does mean that this, as I thought, is Willard Wright. Okay. So, of the remaining two... I imagine that Rose is probably upset that she didn't get the money. Because Edmund seems quite pleased with himself, but Rose seems angry. Oh, she left... No, she left for the colonies. She's got all the stuff from India. So Edmund's probably the one who tore it up. He just seems chill. It is a very fun time. Hell yeah. Okay. So Edmund's probably pissed that he didn't get any money. That's why he tore up stuff and left. And the colonies isn't the United States colonies. It's the Indian colonies. So... I believe Rose Hubert is receiving all the fucking money, and Edmund Cloudsley, everything filled in correctly. Which also means that I can go ahead and say that this is Willard Wright. Very different from Phoenix, right? So we have the Pair brothers, we have David the Horseman, and one other individual. Alright, blank blank was blank to receive blank in blank blank's will, and ordered blank blank and blank blank to take the blank from blank blank. Suddenly blank blank died from spontaneous combustion. Which I am missing two words, and I assume that they are spontaneous combustion. Oh. Yeah. I see. They turn red if I've clicked on everything, but sometimes I don't need to click on things if I've already clicked on them elsewhere. Did I miss something on here? Oh, Edmund. No? I don't know what I'm supposed to click on there. Okay. So I've clicked on everything in this room. Yeah, I didn't click on spontaneous combustion. There we go. Spontaneous combustion. Okay. Okay. Bivy the monk skunk? That's not me. Hi, Sammy. How you doing? Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew. Got a saddlebag. I like that he's just like, that's odd. I missed something here. Yeah. And we know that he's political. Another reason why he received the research. Everyone knows how silent I am and how I don't speak up about anything. I will be louder. No, I'm like a tabletop monk, where I don't actually have any religious connections. I just punch things. Stretch. Okay. Yeah, and this is the Bately house, which is how we know it's Peter Bately. So this is probably Mr. Peter Bately. Right, his name's over here now. Because he's the last person that's vaguely noble. He's a gambler. He's been given a book of shitty aphorisms. Okay. I forget where I saw it, but I'm pretty sure David Gorin was the name of the carriage driver. It was in one of these books. Yeah. The pair twins. I don't think we can get anything from this. I didn't click on idol, but it had already given me idol. So I assume the ruby ring is necessary for the casting of spells. Guess who arrived today? Is it my lovely and wonderful Aubrey? Or Audrey? The grave robber? Astonishing Monkey Man, property of the pair brothers. So they had a Monkey Man. Yay! Awesome. Thank you again for receiving that on my behalf, Sammy. Someday, I will have a stable location from which to receive far-out orders. Alright, okay, I believe that this was to take the idol from... Yeah, let me... Peter Bately was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered the pair brothers, probably doesn't matter, Adam and James pair, James and Adam pair. I assume it would allow me to put them in, both in, to take the idol from Willard Wright. Oh, whoopsie. Put those back. Pull them over from here instead. Suddenly, blank blank, one of the pairs died from spontaneous combustion. We can go ahead and put pair up here. Now, I could guess, and it would lock in, but I would rather not guess. So we need to figure out which of these brothers is Adam and which of these brothers is James. Scorched horsebrush. So, okay, so he was on grooming duty, not cleaning duty. A stable location. This stable location is not a very stable location. Okay, I need to figure out what day of the week it is. It's not on the betting cards. September 7th. I mean, theoretically, I could open a thing and see which day September 7th, 1786 would be. But I assume that's not what I'm intended to do. And I assume I wasn't supposed to count out from the previous previous things calendar. So Monday, September 7th. Okay, it is Monday. So that means that James is the one doing the grooming, which means James is the one who is on fire. All identities correctly, and that means James is the one who exploded. Mission Capri. No hints accessed. Peter Bailey, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's testament. Upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the golden statue from the stranger Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. Oh, no, this is that again. I thought it was different because it was turned the other way now. Next chapter. We use the Qatar. Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. The Murder at the Little Mermaid. Alright, outside the window. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? A shear. An old rusty half of shears. A stale piece of bread. You can lie low for... Whoops. You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. But he can't read the note, so it might be for someone else. There's a trapdoor in the ceiling. We can see there's a space up there with a couple barrels. An empty bed, not warm, so no one was in it. Picture of some flowers, reminiscent of forget-me-nots, which are my favorite flower. The door does not open. Okay. Not that it matters for us. There's also a little mousy hole right here. Trapdoor in the ceiling. Okay, so the rooms are connected. Dandelion. Revenge. Rar, rar, rar. Or RR. We have a key in the door. But the doors are both locked, theoretically. The man is not breathing. A walking cane and a ring with a ruby. To my dear Maurice. The watch is ticking. And an empty case, presumably for the idol. Plays a little music when you open it. Okay. A washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. So a note written in blood. But is the tick watching? I hope not. Dear proud beast master, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I will send this letter tomorrow, September 10th. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to my bed, for the day has been for this has been a long day. May Griffin awake, proud beast initiate. Hey, it's Blood. You've decided to kink shame me? The kink is... Oh, whoopsie. Chat's moving. The kink in your back should not be there, and it's embarrassing and wrong. Well, then someone needs to give me a back massage. I can't do it to myself. Hi, Sugar, and hi, Blood. Welcome in, both of you. It's been one day since you saw me, but you have to leave early to do some workies. It's been 2 days since you sent me a meme. Came to your stream and did some lurkies. 5 days since yesterday it occurred to me, but it'll still be 3 days, so you say I'm sorry. Thanks for shouting out, Sugar. Everyone go and check her out. How many skunks are here now? 3 regularly. Me, because I'm the streamer, Sugarstar, and Jova. But we have had a couple of other skunks stop into the chat before, but none of them has stuck around, really. You did that really rather poorly? No, you're fine. Your ability to improv songs is really cute and really neat, Sugar. I could not do that. More skunks, yeah. Who's this Jova? That's Jova right there, wiggling their tail. Right there. Jova also streams. If you want to have another skunk you can watch. You need to meet more skunks? More skunks, more skunks, more skunks. Together our stompies will topple capitalism. Alright. Well, apparently you already follow them. Well, now it can be fresh in your mind and you guys can watch each other. I believe you both posted my server, so that'll help you catch each other's streams. What do you call a group of skunks? A menace. Actually, I don't know. I'm curious. Before I have to go on an ad break, what do you call a group of skunks? We are a surfet. Surfet? Which is a word that suggests excess. But skunks, apparently, do not tend to group up very often, except, mating season. So no, not a souffle, a surfet. Man, I could go for a souffle, though. That sounds tasty. A fart cloud? No! That's not how skunks work. Okay, we're in an ad break. And we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. On my end, it said that ads were starting, and I was like, oh, well, I better stop talking because ads have started. So I shifted to the BRB screen and needed to use the bathroom anyway, so I got up and went to the bathroom. And I got back, and when I got back and sat down, it said ads were starting. And I have no idea what happened. So, sorry for having to wait for so very long. You saw no ads. You might have a Prime? Or, I don't know. Or not Prime, subscription? But I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with my channel and advertising. Because I don't make any ad money, and I haven't made any ad money in a long time. But the thing says that it's still doing ads. I have no idea what's going on. I wish I knew. I've emailed Twitch multiple times and said, hey, what's going on? Because I'm hitting a button that says run ads. I don't know. It might be, I don't know where you're from, Sugar. But I do know that some countries also have laws in place regarding the advertisements. I know that Drag Tom has never gotten any advertisements because of where he's from. Justin TV is a small indie company, Miv. Uh-huh. I'm not saying where you're from, Drag. I just said that you're from a country that doesn't have the ads. And it's definitely because I am respecting your privacy and not because I don't remember which country you're from. Okay, so we've got a letter written in blood. You're in Colorado? Nice. Colorado, in some ways, may as well be a different country from me. Alto's from Colorado. You guys can share that at some point if you want. Drag, you're from a country. Yeah, it's true. Take that. Oh, there's a guy on the other side. We've got shards of glass lie in the mud. Alarm! Alarm! A break-in! Watchman's lantern. Henry Parker. Watchman's alarm rattle. Oh, it's one of those that goes... And a Watchman's spear. Alright, well, I mean, real quick, we can go ahead and put in that that's Henry Parker, right? Seems pretty likely. Several more people downstairs. Alright. You think it'd go more... Maybe. Aw, oh, hell yeah. Look at this guy. Where did the blasted boy go? I really need a piss. Where's my piss boy? A partially peeled lemon. A large kitchen knife. A ring of various keys. Dear Oscar Boynton, probably who this guy is, it has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less than agreeable to the authorities. I will come by in 3 days. If you still have some spare space in your gin barrels and you're willing to earn extra money, reach out to me. Skunk? Okay. Been a while since I've gotten one of these redeems. Hey there, Sugar. I wanted to let you know that you are a very, very good skunk. You're a good skunk. There you go. Hope you enjoyed your redeem. Hi, Emmy. How's Graham?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just petting him.
You're just petting him. Is he stupid?
He's always stupid.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. This is Oscar Boynton, almost certainly. You weren't expecting that? Well, yeah. I don't always use this voice, but I like to pull it out when I want to really get to someone and let them know that they've been very good. I couldn't talk like that all the time. I'd overwhelm you all. Man, I love to make someone key smash. Tab, green, 4 gallons of wine. Breege, 3 gallons of wine. Blair, 1 gallon of wine. That's a lot of wine. Wanted, Robert Redruct. Reward, escaped convict. Reward, £50. That might be the guy that's out the window. At the Little Mermaid Inn, Amazing Evans musical performance on September 9th. Event shall commence circa 11 p.m. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with something so dear to me again. A violin, a key, and a Navaja folding knife. Akko says, is it Akko or Ako? They say hi, by the way. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Always good to see them, or hear from them, rather. Just deal the next one. It's all luck anyway. 3 shillings, 2 pence. Hand of cards. Remember, you as an agent of our trading company have to reflect its values to the fullest. Ew, gross. 1. Never be late. The client leaves the port on the 10th. 2. Be persuasive. Do not take no for an answer. We must get the client's product. 3. Be effective. Once you have the product, deliver it to me immediately with the servant boy. Most importantly, no matter what you do, be mindful of our reputation. Our names must remain spotless. A dagger, a key. Akko. Okay, cool. Unrelated, YouTube has decided you need more femboys in your feed. Get you some femboys, Blood. A blessing upon you, Dr. Blood Vomit. Feminine men and masculine women. You need to get her to join my Discord. You've been meaning for a bit now. Yeah. Whenever they feel comfortable with it, whenever she wants, more than welcome. I'm always happy to have more people. This clue's been added to your thinking panel. We got 3 cups of wine, a candle, a 2 of diamonds, and an ace of hearts. AG4240, WW26410. Okay, so they've been playing some sort of gambling. I'm not going to be able to track anything here other than that WW has definitely won by a huge margin, and Emmy is definitely in the hole a huge margin. Feminine men and masculine women, as we were always intended. So true, so true. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Hand of cards. To Annie, you are beautiful like a rose. For you, I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine, if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. Oh no, Dominic Allen is here somewhere. You've been feeling very gay recently, and apparently it hasn't been as subtle as you thought. Yeah, Emmy's right. It's never been subtle. But I'm glad that you're feeling extra gay. Hell yeah. Rock that shit. You found a song from the 50s that was about masculine women and feminine men. It was both awful and amusing. Hell yeah. Stiletto. Key. Money. Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Skin that conforms to his face. 7 pence. A small sword. And we've got a number of weapons. Is that a face? I just realized it's kind of hard to see on my screen, but it's easier to see on the Twitch channel, or the replay on my other monitor. There's a bow. Like, this is like 5 degrees darker on my end. There's a little face here, a mermaid, a boat, and a shark. Yeah, I have to look at the other screen to see it. Alright, we got a couple extra doors. We need to look at this book. September 9th. Dandelion Room, Willard Wright. Forget-Me-Not Room. It was a forget-me-not. This is my favorite flower. Ash Blair. Okay. Well, we can go ahead and say the man who is dead is Willard Wright, who was winning like crazy. Okay. And then this woman is almost certainly Annie. This guy, hold on real quick. We can go ahead and, not the wanted poster. Evan. Evans could be his last name, but we'll go ahead and put it here. Oh, I need to fill in who gambled in what way. Okay. Blank Blank crept into Blank Blank's room through the blank, while Blank Blank and Blank Blank were playing cards with loud music. Fight ensued upstairs, and Blank Blank got stabbed with a blank. Okay. Well, let's find the Piss Boy. The door to the street is shut with a latch. Where's the Piss Boy? The Piss Boy is gone. Okay, so that's everything, actually. Care package. Thank you, Dragoon. Alright. So... We have several names ending in G. Do I have a name that has a G? No. I'm missing 2 words. Green. And Briege. There's all of our words. Okay, so the greens have, the greens, the Briege, and the Blair. Oh, someone just pulled up and there's light glinting off their car. Alright. Yeah, Amazing Evans is his musical performance. So yeah, I don't know if his first name or last name is Evans. He apparently gambled probably with his violin. Okay. So I think the guy outside needs to be Robert Redrucht. Because I don't have any other ways to identify him. So, Robert Redruth. Which means... Oh, could this have been multiple games, perhaps? Maybe. I wish I knew what game they were playing. Okay, well... Green is the only... We have AG and AB. So maybe I shouldn't assign green as of yet. How dare blank blank with the blank? I know, right? Truly despicable behavior. Okay. JB. So John, Briege, or Blair. Not Boyton. Okay. Let's go look at their stuff again. So we have someone acting on behalf of a company. We have another gambler present. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. Steal the next one. Tell me what does he have. So either of these men could be John. You just had your lawn 80% mode? Which 80%, hopefully the top part? Yeah. I'm hoping that it works out. I'm guessing maybe someone who had been paid to mow a lawn picked your house by mistake. Let's see. What do I have? Forget Me Not Room is Ash Blair. So Ash's last name is Blair. Okay, so in the Forget Me Not Room, do we have anything? There is a coat on the bed. So maybe our Ash Blair isn't wearing a coat? don't have anything else. Other than maybe this is Ash Blair because he's supposed to be... Client leaves port on the 10th. It is the night of the 9th, so... These men are both wearing coats, as is Evans. Gotta draw Miv in your terrible art? Oh, I love fan art. Never worry about it being terrible. It's time? Yeah. If you need references, let me know and I'll post the art in the server later. And yeah, I'm delighted to have fan art of any sort at any time. Most of the chores done? Yeah, take it. Oh yeah, Ember can send the refs. She did a ref sheet for me. Oh, I see. I see now. This is the head for the Murph folk. I see. Okay. Ash Blair. Alright, so one of these two men is Ash Blair, and one of these two men is John Breege. M.E. There isn't an M.E. I'm going to assume that M.E. is actually Robert Redruth, who snuck upstairs and stabbed the man. Unless Evan's first name is Maurice, perhaps? He did lose very badly. Okay, so yeah, maybe Maurice Evans. Annie's probably green. Yeah, she's in the current game. So Annie Green. John Breege and Ash Blair. Which one is which? I think our only hint is her saying, "Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He brought me upstairs and retired." I want to say that that's this guy. He's speaking in the way that more seems that way, and I also think Ash Blair needing to have been here in advance makes sense. So Ash Blair and John Breege. Bam. Alright, got all the names right, which means we can go ahead and start dragging over. So Willard Wright. Well, we can just put Annie Green in 3 times, right? Annie Green, Annie Green, Annie Green. And then Emmy could be Maurice Evans. So Annie's been playing all night, played a game with Willard and Maurice got decimated and then possibly went up and stabbed Willard. Oh, I've fallen behind on chat. One sec. You'll draw something, it'll be jagged and stuff because you're kind of not good at drawing, but you like to draw other VTubers? No, don't worry about it. Draw. Maybe even like the fan art you did? Yeah, I love fan art. Draw me as much as you like. Okay, then this was John Breege and OB. Oscar Boynton maybe played a game. That or it was Robert Redruth. Then now we have John Breege again. And Ash Blair. Everything is filled in correctly. Okay, cool. However you draw is perfect. Yeah, any art is good art. Okay, so someone crept into Willard Wright's room, through the, I want to say probably trapdoor, while blank, blank, and blank were playing cards with loud music. John, Breege, Annie, Green, and Ash Blair were playing cards with loud music. A fight ensued upstairs, and blank got stabbed with a blank. Well, Willard Wright. Okay. So someone crept into Willard's room through something. These three played downstairs with loud music, so this is during Maurice is playing now. And a fight ensued where Willard got stabbed with a something. So now we have broken glass, which would imply that someone came in through the window. Even though we have these two trapdoors that make it seem like, you know, someone could have done this. I'm going to assume that it's through the window because of the broken window. Which means if it happened during the game, it would have had to have been Robert Redruth or Oscar Boynton, who obviously wasn't the guard. Why did the bugger give me a note when he knows damn well I can't read? You can lie low for a couple of days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. So maybe he was here on someone else's behalf, killed Willard, and took the idol. I mean, at the moment, I feel like it needs to be Robert Redruth because it's during the game. Like, it has just happened, which means he would have had to have been stabbed with a shear. Not filled in correctly. Okay. The other option... You know, there's been multiple games. It could be that this was during the game with Oscar Boynton. Because, hold on. Circa 11 p.m. Do I have what time it is? Like, it's possible that Maurice played and then needed to go and deal with stuff. So it's possible that Ash Blair... Let's try that. So Ash Blair snuck in through the trapdoors while John, Annie, and Oscar were playing cards with music. Fight ensued, and Willard would have been stabbed with a dagger. There we go. Okay. I thought so. I thought it was going to be more interesting if it was through the trapdoors, but I was trying to work in why the window was broken. A man going by the name of Ash Blair crept into Willard's room through the trapdoor to steal something important, but when he opened the music box, it woke Willard and a fight ensued. In the fracas, Ash stabbed Willard and attempted to frame an escaped convict. Good morning, innkeeper. I heard a man was murdered here a week ago. Ah, a deranged convict did him in. Now bugger off. Tell me more about the evening when Willard Wright died. I'll make it worth your while. Okay. Chapter 2. The Cursed Inheritance. The Intoxicating Dinner Party. Ah, this is where the piss boy is. He went to the fancy dinner party. These sure are fine coats. An expensive cigar. Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. I will pay you when I am back. David. David is the coachman. Interesting. So Ash Blair was probably a pseudonym. Big piss baby, yeah. Oh man, I have finished my drink already. Some days I grab 2 cans of pop for when I'm going to stream, and I don't even touch the second can. And some days I grab a single can of pop and have like a little drink beforehand. Like I had some leftover coffee, and I've decimated it before I'm even halfway through stream. Okay, Little Pip gives me the indication that this guy might be a little person, not a child. All right, Pocket. Hi, Amy. Hi, thank you for water. Yucky.
You're welcome.
Why, gross. Nah, water's fine. My thing with water, whoopsie, is just that. So my parents live in the country, and they happen to have a really, really nice well. So, growing up, the water was always very cold and very tasty. And then everywhere I've lived since then, it's been city water, and I've been like, oh. So, it's fine. It's just that water isn't going to hold up to my parents' water. I should visit there sometime, just for the water. A mystery story? Yeah, this is a mystery game. We are going through the history of this cursed golden idol. Hello, Strategic Architect. How are you doing today? We finished Escape from Ever After yesterday. An overcoat and a hat. An overcoat and a hat. A box of cigars. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to a dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley. Dear Mary, here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Batley, 1788, March 5th. That does look like Peter Batley. What a tiger. Just worn out from work where you had to whip out the Ben & Jerry's? Oh, to where you had to whip out the Ben & Jerry's. I was like, where do you work that you pull out Ben & Jerry's in an emergency? No, that's fair. Well, enjoy you some Ben & Jerry's. Try and take it easy. I hope watching me do this mystery can be nice and relaxing after your tough day. Okay, so Mary received a letter from Peter Batley. Mary Richards. Okay.
Good girl. Good girl. Who's a good girl? You are. Yes, you are.
There is a syringe at the bottom of this pot with some liquid left inside it. Okay. Upstairs or through the door? Let's go through the door. Thank you, dear. No, I threw it out. I do not read such dirty literature anymore. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. 2 different keys, one of which is got the syringe as its shape. Interesting. You're a sucker for a good mystery story? This is like watching the sunset for your dad? Nice. I love mysteries too. I've played a fair number of like puzzly mystery games lately. I don't know why. I've just been in the mood for them. I mean, they make for good streams. I feel like everyone can get invested and involved a little bit. You don't read dirty books and you uncultured swine. I switched to dirty movies. I take a nickel down to the Nickelodeon and watch. The dinner party will take place on April 8th. Everything should be ready before noon. Prepare roasted boar. Oh, for some reason that grabbed it roasted. Okay. Young Miss Richards appears not to enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Of course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. Small and simple key. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter, March 4th, 1788. I have to use this letter to share good news. There's no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. The judge has decided to remove all accusations, and you will be no longer a target of baseless gossip. I truly and sincerely hope this will provide some comfort in these dark times, when ignorance and impudence go hand in hand. May our Lord steward over our poor souls. Alright, well, I can go ahead and... This is Ada. And this is Lucia. And almost certainly this is Little Pip. Cabinet, kitchen. Lots of empty slots. There's material to be discovered. Okay. Mrs. Smith. 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You're responsible for Little Pip doing his errands. Mr. Walker, I am to be woken up and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker, I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day, twice on the day I have visitors. And NB, David Goran's job requires that he may arrive or leave during the night. No complaining about this, EC. No, Little Pip is a pony who is a master of lockpicking and murder. Is she from that Fallout Equestria or whatever it's called? To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. Nice. Makes sense. We've got a locked room full of sealed bottles with red liquid labeled wine. And a full and sealed bottle with amber liquid labeled brandy. Okay. I see we're coaching it in that it might not actually be wine and might not actually be brandy. We have another locked room that has 3 loaves of bread, some lemons, basket of potatoes, a sack of flour, a pair of opaque bottles labeled water, cut vegetables, and a big piece of meat. I just leaned it up in there next to the vegetables. One of the things you ever read? I used to know, 1 second. There we go. I used to know the person who read it, or who wrote it, sort of. She posts on Imgur a lot. Mattress. So there's a secret little sleeping space here. Monkey Man 1 versus Striped Dark Hand. Interesting. That kind of implies maybe Peter Bately has stolen the Monkey Man concept from the Pair Brothers. Monkey Man 2, Tooth for Tooth. A long and flat key. Small bottle filled with amber liquid, might be brandy. A wiggly key. A couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. Oh, Striped Dark Hand. Okay. This door is locked. This door is locked. Stack of candles. April 7th. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day spent mostly in preparation for tomorrow's dinner event. I do believe that time has come for me to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. It is a difficult conversation to be had, but I will strengthen my will to talk to Master about it tomorrow. Okay, so this is a servant's quarters. We got ink. We've got a little bit of money. Hortius, the wise slave. Fables about rulers that make you think. Okay. And they have candles, so it's not... it could be Ada's room. It's not Lucia's room. I assume that's what this in the thought cabinet's going to be. I'm going to be labeling whose room is whose. A set of lockpicks. Some Ashblair tobacco. A pistol. A dagger. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact EC. So this is probably David's room. And David has a lot of weapons and lockpicks. Okay, so I'm going to put David here as just a, like, reminder. Oh, and outside David's window are 2 more of the... 1 flat key and 1 crosses key. You gotta go to work? No worries. Have a good work. We're all gems. Aw, you're a gem, sugar. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs over here. Oh, look at them. This clue's been added. Oh, I'm gonna have to say who ate where. Partially eaten roast. Partially emptied wine. Partially emptied brandy. Partially eaten salad and yellow liquid. The piss boy! He's filled the glass with piss. Doesn't look like a fight's about to break out. Not at all. Untouched salad, cloudy liquid, and partially emptied clear liquid. Cloudy liquid, red liquid, roast, and salad. Salad, liquid, red liquid, and partially smoked cigar. This is horrible! An embroidered handkerchief. Unfortunately, we can't see the embroidery. Alright. This is Edmund. It's poisoned. Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for the doctor right away. A heart key and a blue crosses key. So someone's been making dupes. That looks like, yeah. Oh, what was her name? The Rose something. Liquid Snake. I think, yeah, that's Peter Batley. You killed my aunt, you devil. I should execute you on the spot. 2 pounds, some cards, and a fork. Oh, my lord, this has nothing to do with me. Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me. Oh, I'm going to have to do a sitting next to each other game. During dinner, and I will slip you a shilling, Peter. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. 1 shilling. The heart key, the crosses key, the simple key. Okay, I think this is David. He's certainly aged up, which is interesting because Edmund looks the same. I guess before he had a hat. Okay, so we can go ahead and fill in. This is Edmund Cloudsley. I don't have Rose's name. This is... I'll go ahead and slide this over. This is David Gorin. That was his last name. Rose Batley. Or no. Peter Batley. Rose something else. Okay, so we'll get back to this in a minute. Let's keep investigating. Oh, I missed this person. She does seem rather unwell. It's extremely upsetting. Look at that wig. Just piling it on. Just some money. Okay, so you're our last individual. Oh, her hair. The lady is not breathing and her face is blotched. Okay. Water, roast, salad, brandy, wine, piss. Yellow liquid containing lemonade, and peptic tonic, a cloudy liquid labeled peptic tonic. Okay. In the final room, we have a safe in which is the golden idol and a bag of probably money. Oh, a bunch of letters. Okay, here we go. April 2nd, 1788. Well, Edmund, you seem pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. Could be our guy. Looks like soft serve, yeah. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood. The final vanguard. Edmund Cloudsley, from January. Once more, you have failed to answer your requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to our justice. Last chance for repentance, serpents. or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. All right, so a lot of people hate Edmund, particularly for his politics, I guess. Dear Uncle, 1st of February 1788, I hear you are interested in Lady Richards. I think you are too old for her. I shall court her instead. Secondly, please lend me 300 pounds. It is small change to you, and I am desperately in need of it as present. Truly yours, Peter Bately. Oh, Peter, keep sucking. Dear Edmund, February 10th, 1788. We kept this one. There's her name, Rose Cubert. This cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's Manor, he has asked for financial support 7 times. He clearly is unable to take any monetary responsibility. Please, I need your help, my dear brother. Dear Edmund, March 6th. Like your idea, let's send him to the colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. I hear you are having dinner with Lady Mary and her well-to-do father Lothar. If Peter and I were to join you, we could beguile him with tales and adventures of the colony so we can ship him away. Rose Cubert. Mrs. Baker, starting date 1787, August 1st. Position housemaid, yearly wage £9. £9 a year. And the other guy's like, oh, come on, you can give me £300, right? Crazy. Okay. More peptic tonic in here. Due to sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. A sealed bottle labeled opium. Okay, so let's pop into our thinking cabinet real quick. So Edmund is probably at the table. I'll have to go back to look at the table. He's probably, 1, at the head of the table since it's his estate, and 2, he's drinking opium or possibly water and cloudy peptic thing. So I can't have his name in 2 locations at once, can I? Can I drag it up from here? Okay. There we go. Head of the table, Edmund Cloudsley. This is Rose Cubert, who has died probably in an attempt to poison Edmund Cloudsley. And then, so this would be Mary and Lothar Richards. Which means I just need to establish... I think Ada must be Baker. Because that's the... Mrs. Baker wants to be making more money. Which means the only last name I need is Lucia's. Which I guess we'll figure out at some point. I got this name Brian early on, but I don't remember where I got it. Door's locked. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. Candles. Rao Cthulhu Star Child. Ink. 3 shillings and 2 pence. Door's locked. 4 shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. E.C. M. Mademoiselle, the laceless count, the besmirched lover of Lusitania. And a knife. Okay, so this is... we can go ahead and... is there even more up to go? 1, 2, 3... Oh, this is 4 rooms. I see, okay. This is Lucia's room. We've got, like, voodoo stuff. Pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid partially empty. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effect will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. Take it the game is similar in playtime and Return of the Obra Dinn, or play style. Very similar in play style, yeah. So far, everything has been here's the people in the scene, identify them. Here's a what happened. You need to identify what happened, and then here's some additional like identify it. So like previously we had to say who was involved in a card game. Now we need to say who was sitting where at the table and who was kept in which rooms. The 5 nobles at the table and the 5 1 2 3 4 5 yeah 5 people sleeping nearby. Okay. Platonello, The Ideal Republic, Visions of a Utopia with Order and Structure. And Dr. Abram Anderson's Secret Codes. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this example. Money as a denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still, in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Money has changed hands. Okay, so let's look at our letters real quick. This, since Sebastian 4, he... Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's not it. It's probably from a secret society. Once our warning, your amends, the 2 last... Okay, that doesn't work. Once this, your... the... last... Okay, that won't work. Hold on. Yeah, okay, it's doing the front, not the start of a sentence. So I can just look at the front of each letter. Okay. Well, you after and the... That's not anything. The for you soon. That's not anything. Edmund wants our warning, your amends. The 2... That doesn't mean anything. Dear I, Richards... For instead. That's not anything. Okay. We'll need to look at other letters. This guy made a lot of enemies, didn't he? Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, there's something under the bed here. Paint. Print paint. Down with parasites. Too long they have feasted on our blood and sweat. So we have a revolutionary who I believe is Lucia. Then we have David. Whoa, okay. I didn't know I could do that. Lucia, David, probably little Pip who sleeps in the cabinet. Ada, and then someone else up top. Not sure who. Maybe Edmund himself. Maybe he sleeps in a normal quarter. Door to the outside not locked. Okay. Mrs. Smith, Mr. Walker, Mrs. Baker. Okay. So, Mrs. Smith would be the other one. Smith. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Have I flipped Smith and Baker? I don't think so. Did I get the name of the Richards wrong? I guess let's go check that. No. Mary. Yeah, Miss Richards. So their last name is Richards. Alright. So Smith must be wrong. It is David Gorin, right? Unless he's changed his last name. Maybe this isn't David Gorin in the scene. Maybe it's Mr. Walker is in the scene and David Gorin is out and about. Then Lucia could be Smith. This would be Walker. Brian Walker? I don't remember where I got the name Brian from. But I got it fairly early. So... Brian served everything as instructed. Okay, yes, yes, yes. This is Brian Walker, and David is out and about. Okay. Solved. If this idol is golden, how come you've never heard any of their songs? No, they wrote that song Golden. Golden was written by the Golden Idol. Hi, Hangry. How you doing? Always good to see you. Okay, I have everyone's identity correct, which means I can now more easily fill in. The bottom is whoever has lived here the longest, which I believe is Miss Baker. Then we have Little Pip probably lives in the cabinet. We have Lucius Smith is on this floor, wanting to be in a different room, and with her romance novel. This is where David's room is, David Gorin, and that means at the very top is Brian Walker, unless Brian Walker and Ada Baker are flipped. Okay. No. All right, the political stuff was down here, so it is Brian Walker at the bottom. That makes sense. Cool. Golden was made by Huntrix. Well, they added the Golden Idol to their group. And if your idol is made by the industry plant, the Saja Boys, yeah, that's what happened. You got a tornado warning in your area. Oh no, I had to cancel stream early last week because we had a tornado warning. I guess storms are dangerous. Well, get someplace safe. Keep an eye on things. Have the Weather Channel open. Hopefully it's just some rotating clouds and everything will be all right. All right, so that's filled in correctly. So I've got to do the meal now. Let's see. Yeah, we've already figured out where Edmund is. I need to figure out everyone else's food requirements. This is just where they keep the booze, yeah. Roast boar, but Miss Richards does not enjoy meat. So either used has no I. Okay, that's not a secret letter. Okay, let's go up and over and look at the dining table. All right. So Mary doesn't like meat. So Mary is one of these two seats, and I don't think Mary is smoking cigars. So we can probably put that Mary Richards was this seat. And then Peter Batley paid to be sat next to the lovely young lady. And then I believe Lothar said, Little Pip, go get me some cigars. No. Little Pip, run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco and a bottle of gin. I'll pay you when I'm back, David. Think it's more than it's that it's just really rough storms at the moment. Not unusual for this time of year in your neck of the woods. Yeah. Be careful. Your computer went black. Oh no. Can't believe Huntrix made up an entire boy group to soft launch their minor rebrand with Rumi's pearlescent tattoos and to launch their single What It Sounds Like. Alright, we've got an ad break coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. We'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to make sure it actually plays this time. There we go. And we're back. Also, anyone who isn't currently subscribed, if you could tell me if ads actually played during that section, that'd be super helpful. If I'm actually not having ads played despite the fact that it says it's playing ads, then I really need to figure out what's going on with Twitch. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this is Mary's coat. I am going to assume that this is Lothar's coat. He has cigars, so I am pretty sure that it is Lothar who sat here had vegetables. Although, interestingly, the only person to have lemonade was probably the one who is poisoned, right? So possibly I've got this wrong. That would mean that this is Mary. Well, no, this would be Mary. Maybe Mary smokes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put Rose Hubert here, and if it's wrong, then I know what I'm going to change. Nope, it's right. So she wasn't poisoned by the lemonade. You didn't see any, but you're on mobile, and sometimes when you have the player out while you look at other stuff, you don't see ads because they do the banner ads. I see. I wish I knew what was up with my advertising. Like I said, I've emailed Twitch a few times to be like, why ads not work? Please explain. And they're like, did you know that sometimes ad revenue is inconsistent? And I'm like, no, it is consistent. It's consistently 0. Tell me what's wrong. I wish companies that had content creators that they pay, like YouTube and Twitch, would have actual legitimate structures instead of just vibes for everything. Anyway, blank wanted blank dead, and thus blank poisoned the blank and hid the necessary key in a blank. At the dinner party, blank ingested the poison and died. Alright, so we can put Rose Hubert here. And so what was poisoned? The peptic drink, Edmund's Pepto hasn't been touched yet. Interesting. Because he was busy drinking water or opium or whatever. So my guess here would be that Brian Walker, who hates the nobility. Get it from here instead. Brian Walker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, his boss, who's an asshole, and thus someone poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a statue. Or no, it's not the key that was in the statue, it was the syringe. Unless that was there is a syringe-shaped key. At the dinner party, Rose ingested the poison and died. Okay. I mean, it could be that Brian did the poisoning, but I want to look around a little more. Brian's room is on the bottom floor. Yeah, his raise was not confirmed. Hey, Saint Saturnus, thanks for stopping in. Have a good lurk. You get a secondary opinion? Yeah. Just vibes. They can change how they want to do things however they want. Exactly. That's the problem, is like no one can get a hold of what they're supposed to do on either of these platforms, because rather than have clear guidelines and rules, they just vibe things. It's also so that they can say they have a rule against sexual content, but then let a few sexual content things get through. We can ban VTubers who have fake titties that are too big, but we'll let a real-life woman pretend to play a video game while having a video of her sitting on a clear balloon chair so that you can see her butt the entire time for days. Only the ones they themselves subscribe to, yeah. So ink, fables, candles. So, okay, let's look. So he had the heart key, the poke key, and the simple key. Lots of people had these simple things. There's an amber vial. This could be the poison. I don't think so. I don't think Little Pip is responsible. Okay, we have a diamond lock. We have a heart lock. The heart lock leads to the wine. And the diamond lock leads to the food. And presumably people have simple keys to their rooms because their rooms are locked. Syringe has been deposited in the statue. He has the heart key on him. He has a blue cross key on him. I'm trying to figure out, like, hid the necessary key. Necessary key for what? For an antidote? Ah, yes, this has a blue key. And it has the peptic tonic and the opium in it. But he has the blue key on him, and Edmund has a blue key on him. So the blue key hasn't been hid. We have the word pocket. We do have all the words, so maybe that's something we can look at. That has... Okay, so none of these have anything in the pockets that I think is necessary. Poison the tonic, yeah. Hid the necessary key. What necessary key? This is what I'm stuck on, is like, I don't know the key that's necessary for what? The key that's necessary for the poison? There's a small bottle in the boys' room. There's not actually a door here. So this could be the poison. Like, it could be the key to his room? Remember to take the fourth one from every row. That's Ada Baker's room. The fourth what from every row? Star Child. You concur with my deductions that you also made? Oh, absolutely. You're so smart, Hangry. Okay, well, let's look at our yellow words, because we know it's a yellow word. Did he hide it in a pocket? No, we have not seen any pockets that contain any keys. Did he hide the key in a roast? I don't think so. Did he hide it in the wine? We can go look. Or in the brandy. In a mattress? I don't think so. In a bag, in the water, in the salad, in the lemonade, in the tonic. I don't know what necessary key we're talking about, but I guess we'll go look at all the bottles and see if there's a key somewhere. Thank you for the 7 stream streak, Saturnus. Hell yeah. Keep it up. Alright. Whoopsie. Oh. Okay. So, water, roast, salad, brandy, wine, lemonade, peptic tonic. I don't see a key in any of those. He has... I guess it could be in his pockets. He also has a small key, which I assume is to his room. I don't think pocket is right. I'm just going to put in his name again. Brian Walker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, and thus Brian Walker poisoned the tonic. Because I haven't seen anything to indicate that the Richards wanted him dead, or that Peter wanted him dead, or that Rose wanted him dead. Seems like Brian Walker chose to get revenge for the fact that he's been shafted. Poisoned the tonic, hid the necessary key in a blank. At the dinner party, Rose Kubert ingested the poison and died. Well, the necessary key to get the peptic tonic is the blue key. But I don't know that he's hidden it anywhere. He has it on his person, and Edmund has it on his person. I guess in a pocket. No, okay. Didn't think so. I guess let's go look down at the downstairs food closet. Is there a key hidden in here somewhere? I mean, the water jugs are opaque, so he could hide something in the water. I don't see anything there. I wish I knew what they meant by necessary key, because then that would help me know what I'm supposed to be looking for. In a water doesn't actually make much sense. In a bag? Where did I get the word bag? There is a bag up here, which has little pips, the jagged key and soft key. But I don't know what those are keys to other than bedrooms. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's look at the blue key. The blue key has this jagged pattern. This gray key has the same jagged pattern, I think. And not the same jagged pattern, I don't think. Yeah. Chunky, space, chunk, long space, chunk, nothing. Chunky space, chunk. Okay, so this key is different. Oh, there are so many keys, and I don't know what they're supposed to be to. Okay, this one's got the shape for the food. Yeah. This is the food key. This is a bedroom key. This is a bedroom key. This is the heart key to the liquor. This is to the peptic fluid, and this is to his bedroom. We come. Yes, so it's just, oh yes. Okay. We're coming back. We're coming back. We're back. Okay, everyone. Sorry about that. That's one blurry skunk. You can't identify me. Sorry about that. OBS decided to crap out for a second there. Might have been our internet. So I think we're back. Hi, Hildy. Everyone go and check out Brunhilde. Absolutely lovely streamer. And sorry about that, Strategic Architect. Hopefully you're still here. I think the stream has stabilized. Okay. All right. So, there are two keys in here. One that's completely flat and one that's rickety in a shape that doesn't match anything else. We know the doors are locked, but presumably, I believe this kind of key is the bedroom keys. So I'm trying to find something else that's locked. There's a safe in here that has the idol, but I believe that's a code safe. Doesn't look like it has a key. So Little Pip has the keys, but why? Why? Nothing else is locked. Except for bedrooms. It could be a master key. He also has a tiny bottle of amber liquid that could be brandy, but could also be poison. Back door's not locked. Nothing here is locked. So we have keys. This could be Little Pip. Let's try that. Brian Walker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead and had Little Pip poison him. Because... No, Mrs. Smith is responsible for Little Pip's errands. But... that should be fine. NB. Who's NB? I hid the key in a bag. Hold on. I'm going to check this, and then I think I have an idea. No. Okay. I'm going to remove Brian Walker here and Little Pip. I think, actually, that the poisoning has been done by one of these. I keep seeing this secret codes, but I haven't found a note yet that has indicated... I guess let's look at our let's look for any other notes. That could be a secret message. Once ingested potion, contact as in effects within depending appearances. No, it's not a secret letter. Clean Wednesday, no, that's not it. Anything from Edmund's not going to be the chance. This day, preparation dinner, I come raise these worked. No. I there used has no I. Yep, that's not it. The April, everything prepared, young meat side, no. No, that's not it. I tremendously father, I to the I, that's not it. Insure me shilling, no. I'm just so baffled. This Dr. Abraham's code seems to imply that one of these letters should have a simple cipher where the first word of every line makes a message. But I can't find any letters that read like that. This since Sebastian's for he, monetary please. I colonies, I lady Lothar, you tails. No, it's not that. Alright. Well, you after and the take you. Yeah, no. So George Bridges could have wanted him dead. But we don't have any indication of that. The final Vanguard could have wanted him dead. I think the final Vanguard is our guy. The Brotherhood of Masks, yeah. Unleash one of our stewards. Okay, we're going to try this. The final Vanguard wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead, which I believe is, in fact, Brian Walker. Hid the necessary key in a bag. No. Oh, man, I am stuck. I do not want to use a clue, but I have no idea. I'd like to finish this case. Oh, one sec. Actually, I'm going to go grab my shoes. Hi, Graham. You're a shrimp. Oh, you're a shrimp. My baby boy is a shrimp. Okay. I have everything else correct. I have the sitting locations correct. I have this correct. Lots of people wanted Edmund dead. And thus somebody poisoned the tonic. I am certain that it's the tonic. It could have been the meat, but then Peter would be dead. And Rose hasn't touched the meat either. Let me double check. Yeah. It couldn't be the salad because the salad has been touched. It couldn't be the meat because the meat's been touched and she didn't eat it. Couldn't be the wine because everyone's drank the wine. It has to be the tonic. And the tonic is the blue key, which looks like this. Doesn't look like the flat key. It doesn't look like this key either. And nowhere else has the blue key. There's a syringe in this pot, which is presumably how they got the poison into it. It's not Monkey Man or Dark Hand. Those are from Pip's stories. It could be George Bridges. It could be the final Vanguard. It can't be the Steward because I need 2 words. I can't... I need to find some kind of indication of who did the poisoning. And I feel like it has to be that secret code, but I cannot figure out where the secret code is. Just kind of looking around at stuff at this point. It can't be like... that my resolution is wrong or something, and that's fucking with the letter. I feel like that wouldn't be the case, right? If anyone in chat has any ideas, please feel free to speak up. Although I think it looks... If Twitch can be trusted, I think I lost some people there when the internet crapped out. We should have cookies. I don't think that helps us currently. What's the format of the code again? 2-word name, wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. And thus, 2-word name, poisoned the tonic and hid the necessary key in a object. At the dinner party, Rose Kubert ingested the poison and died. We know that that's the case. That definitely Rose Kubert died. And the thing that Rose ingested that no one else ingested is the tonic, and the only other person who is having the tonic is Edmund Cloudsley, and also Edmund's the one with a bunch of death threats against him. So I am certain about Rose Kubert, tonic, and Edmund Cloudsley. I do not know what hid the necessary key means. I don't know what the key being necessary means. The only thing I can think of is necessary to access the Pepto. The other code we have, Dr. Abram Anderson's secret codes. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this example. Money as denominator of value has evolved and changed a lot. Still, in savvy hands, it's a powerful tool. Money has changed hands. So, not the first word of a sentence, first word of a line. So it should be read straight down the side of any given note, and we have not found a letter that reading down the side of it has produced any sort of sentence. Disposed of the key in some manner. That's what I'm trying to figure out, but like we have a false key and a weird key that almost but doesn't quite match the blue key in Little Pip's bag. And other than that, every key we've found has been in someone's pocket. And it's possible that it was hidden in, say, one of these bottles, but I don't see a key in any of them. It could be in the water, but like I haven't gotten any clue to indicate as such. in the kitchen or where the medicine is held at. That makes sense. It could have been whoops. It could have been hidden here in the liquor cabinet. But he and Edmund both have the heart key. And then there's this cabinet. There's no sign of Pepto or a key in here, but only Miss Smith has the key. There are lemons. If the lemonade was poisoned, I would think that maybe it was hidden in here with the lemons. Could be hidden in the water. May you give a non-subtle hint? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they could have eaten the key, but the issue I'm having is I still don't understand why the key is necessary, and I have no idea. Check the ivy. Oh, yeah, there was this bag. Oh. Sorry, we saw this bag at one point, and then I missed it. We have a flat key, and we do have a blue key there. Okay. So it was, in fact, hidden in a bag, as I had before. It just wasn't Little Pip's bag, it was this bag. Whoopsie. Which means that it was hidden by... this would have been Ada Baker's room. So Ada Baker poisoned the tonic and hid the key in the bag? Okay. That leaves the question of who wanted him dead the most. Let's look into Ada's room real quick. Remember to take the fourth one from every row. I assume that's referencing the Pepto, maybe? Star Child, candles, ink. Ada doesn't have a connection to anyone else besides Brian Walker being a coworker, right? She has a husband, Mr. Baker. I don't think that's relevant. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and try again that Brian Walker wanted him dead. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. I assume that means it's not Brian Walker. Which leaves the final Vanguard and George Bridges is probably it. He's responsible, or she's responsible for Little Pip. So it could have been that Little Pip, Ada Baker wanted him dead. No, Ada Baker definitely hid the key. 4th from every row. Oh, that might be the cipher? No, take the 4th from every row. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. That would theoretically be our only connection between Ada and the killer. Or the one who wanted the death. Does she have a letter? The 4th one from every row. Maybe the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use. 1, 2, 3. Substance. 1, 2, 3, 2. Remove. Target. Sincerely. Dark. Hand. Steward. Ah, okay. Thank you. Alright. And the Dark Hand Steward would be this threat. One of our stewards will be upon you. Okay, there we go. Dark Hand Steward. Could be a cipher. Book pointed out the first letter would be too obvious. Yeah, you're right. I was assuming that it was saying it as an example, but you're right. Ada Baker received encoded instructions from Darkhand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely throughout the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the key to the medicine cabinet. She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for a tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. There we go. Whew, boy, that was tough. Okay, let's see. I think we'll hold off on doing the next chapter. We'll just wrap up a little bit early today. Because it's only like 5 minutes to 7. Then we have this chapter. I want to look at something real quick. I've been getting an achievement each time, so I can figure out how many chapters there are. 17, perhaps? Yep. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Okay. There are 11 quests in the main story, and then there are 3 cases in the Spider of Lanka and 3 cases in the Lemurian Vampire. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the DLC. I don't. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Maybe at some point I'll be able to pick up those DLCs and we'll be able to play them as well. But it looks like we got through 5 of 11. Of course, the first ones are going to be easier, so probably 1 or 2 more streams of this. And I'll be back with it tomorrow. For more. Looks like next time we're going to get a big scary doggy. The explosive events in the forest cabin. Alright. Yeah. Don't have these. But, you know, maybe at some point. What happens if I click on them? Oh, it just takes me to the Steam page. Okay. Alright. Come on. Give me my... There we go. Alright. We'll continue this tomorrow. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. And as always, you can follow me on social media. You can follow me on Blue Sky. I always post when I'm going live, or you can join the Discord. It's a nice, chill community. Bye, Gremlin. Thanks for stopping by. Always good to see you. And then if you guys wouldn't mind grabbing yourselves a raid message or making your own. Thanks for stream. Thanks for being here. It's always nice to see lots of people stopping by. Alright, who's around? And yeah, like I said, we'll keep going with this for the next few days. Yarny's playing something called Dino Blade. Got to commission a detective outfit for me. I'd love a little detective outfit. Someday I should figure out how to do, I think they call them props. You can find a way to add props to, I think to VTube Studio. I know some VTuber programs, and then you can just like make them track parts of your body. But I'm not very tech savvy. The only person besides Yarny I see around is Dragoon, who we raided very recently, and Hildy likewise. So I think we'll raid Yarny. Inspector Mivy. Woo! Let's go see what the fuck Dino Blade is. Alright. Following... Start raid. Alright. You guys have a great... This looks like it's just Elden Ring with dinosaurs. Fantastic. Alright. You guys take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.